There are a lot of great YouTubers out there, and there's also a lot of great Christian YouTubers out there, and there are some people that I would like to recommend. So I'm going to do that in just a moment. Okay, here we are talking about 24 Christian YouTubers up and coming. I took a look at people who had fewer than 7,500 subscribers. And I did that. I picked that number because I feel like once you hit about 7,500, things start growing quite dramatically. Some of my friends who have gone past that include people like Praise I Am and G-Man and many others. I've also had many people on my channel who have thousands of subscribers, people like Dr. Michael Brown and Mike Lacona and others. I've got a lot of people who've got a lot of subscribers. Glenn Scrivener, I could go on, but you can go down my channel and see all of the people that I've interviewed, and quite a few of them have quite a few subscribers. But I'm going to talk today about some lesser known people, some people that maybe you hadn't even found out about. And I want to also say hi to Susan, who's in the chat. So the very first one I'm going to do, and I'm going to do this in order of how many subscribers they have. So the first one we're going to do is Reverend Ron's Revelation Room. So we got it typed right here. We're going to go right over to Reverend Ron's Revelation Room. You can see it right here. This is Ron, who's on Twitter. He's a really good guy. He's running a pretty good YouTube channel. He knows a lot about Christianity. He's a traditional Christian. Good follow. So make sure you go over and subscribe to Reverend Ron. The next one that I'm going to do, and this is in order of subscribers. Reverend Ron has 30 subscribers, so maybe you can be 31. The next one is The Christian Resistance. So we'll go over that channel, and that one is run by Josh. And so Josh has 117 subscribers. You can see right here. So be sure to go over there. He likes to air things that are nice conversations between Christians and sometimes even bringing atheists in here, but he talks mainly with Christians. You can see here, he chatted here with me. I was in their channel here with Rachel Brown, and he's also talked to Josh Swamidas, and I was on that channel as well. And then he's also had some other people on here. You can see some pretty famous ones like Sarah Salviander. So be sure to go over there and subscribe to Dr. Josh's channel. So I want to say hi to Slam RM, Susan. She's my friend. The next one that I would recommend that you go to and consider is, it is David C. McGuire, Pastor David C. McGuire. So David C. McGuire has 153 respondents. So go over to his channel. He says he is called an apostle by Jesus, senior pastor of Restored to Life Church. He has a God-given mandate to prepare the bride. Okay, so he's got the Christ, bride for Christ. The next one that I want you to be sure to jump over to is Daniel Ray, The Story of the Cosmos. So Daniel Ray, Story of the Cosmos. Now, Story of the Cosmos is a book that he co-authored with a number of famous people, including William Lane Craig. And so Daniel Ray's account, oops, that's T-Jump's account. T-Jump is somebody who's on there somehow trying to find Daniel Ray. There it is. We've got this one called The Story of the Cosmos, and you can see right here that he's got a few videos in here that you can go get for your pleasure. Okay, Daniel McGrew is Fishhawk Fellowship Church. That's my church. It has 561 subscribers, so I highly recommend you go there. Somehow this stuff is not coming up. So Fishhawk Fellowship Church. So anyway, I will stop typing some of these in because for some reason I'm having a few difficulties on getting this. Craig Reed and I have been friends. We've been on debate channels together. Craig likes to review debates on his channel. He likes to also talk to Christians and atheists. He likes to extend the olive branch out to the atheists, and he has a lot of insightful conversations. Lately, he's been very much focused on idealism and how idealism, okay, the Cynicogue, Cynicogue, that is CJ, and Craig Reed, I should say, he has 566 subscribers, so be sure to go over and subscribe to his channel. Now, CJ Cox is the Cynicogue. CJ is a traditional Christian. He tends to going over to his channel. To come up this time. Lori has the Spoon-Fed Soul. Her channel is called the Spoon-Fed Soul. And let's see if we can get YouTube to be acting a little faster than before. Somehow YouTube is taking its time. Okay, and so Lori has about a little over 1,100 subscribers. She is a former Miss Texas, so you can see that she's got some pretty good looks. She's got a lot of apologetics for women. She does a lot of women apologetics. You can see right here some of her videos that she does. She talks a lot about God, about apologetics. She says right here, here's a couple that says what heaven is like, leaving Christianity behind, national suicide prevention. So she's worked on a few things right there. So Lori B. Morrow, who has 1,160 followers. Now the next one is Sal Cordova. Sal Cordova has a channel called Evidence and Reasons, and those are evidence and reasons to believe. Sal is a person who at one time was an evolutionist. He was a theistic evolutionist. Then he became an old earth creationist. Then he changed around and Christian. So that's Evidence and Reasons. Go to Sal. Sal has 1,190 subscribers right now. And he is a young earth creationist now as well. Now, the other one to go to is Smoky Saint. Smoky Saint has 1,230 subscribers. Smoky Saint is the saltiest one in the bunch. I wanted to mix it up a little bit. So Smoky Saint has a very salty channel. He likes to rub salt in people's wounds. He gets in a little fight sometimes, but he is a Christian, and it's an interesting channel to follow. He's got a little drama going on over there. So if you'd like to follow the drama, Smoky Saint is where it's at. And Smoky Saint has 1,230, as I said. The next one's Women in Apologetics. So go to Women in Apologetics. They're on that channel, which has 1,450 subscribers. People on that channel like to interview Christians who are women and who are active in apologetics. You don't see as many women out here. Now, I've got a few in my recommendations list, but there aren't as many women really in apologetics, not nearly as many as men. And there aren't as many women writing books on apologetics for that matter. We just don't see that quite as much. The next one, another woman, Lydia McGrew. Lydia has 1,910 subscribers. And Lydia's been on my channel a few times. She's written a few books. She will give you reasons and evidence to believe. She talks about the historical reasons to believe in Christianity. She digs deep into the Gospels. She offers undesigned coincidences and that kind of thing. And so Lydia is a great one to go follow. Another one was just on my channel, Logical, Plausible, Probable. That's John Maddox. John is a very insightful guy, lives in Nashville, talks about Christianity. He has a really interesting story about how he became a Christian and how he kind of left Christianity, made a deal with God, and suddenly he said he was going to go party and have all this fun times for 10 years. And then at the end of the 10 years, he gets into this crazy car accident. He shouldn't have lived, but it was sort of God's way of saying, okay, you had your 10 years. Now it's time to come to Jesus, which he did. Very smart move. And Tommy, I want to say hi, Tommy. Says, let's never forget the Lord Jesus Christ was crucified, buried, and rose from the dead on the third day for the forgiveness of sin. Amen to that. So another one after John Maddox is Wolves Do Apologetics. That is JMD Apologetics. And I've been on his channel before, or he's been on mine. I forget which way it went. Might even be both. But he has 2,960 followers. John Maddox had 1,920. So we can just keep going and getting into those. I'm going in order of the number of people who are subscribing. So the 1,920 for Wolves Do Apologetics. And so go over there and listen to JMD. He's a pretty straightforward guy. He also brings other people on his channel, talks to a lot of different Christians, and he's had some pretty famous ones on his channel. So be sure to get over there to Wolves Do Apologetics. Another one I highly recommend is Zach's channel. Zach has something called Adherent Apologetics. Adherent Apologetics has 3,300 subscribers. And Zach, and just like JMD, these two are younger fellows. They're maybe in their 20s or so. Nice guys. and great channels. They also, Adherent Apologetics, interviews a lot of different kind of famous Christian people. And so he does lots of interviews over there. So be sure to go over there. Another one I very much recommend, Jonathan McLatchy. Okay. Like Lydia McGrew, I should say Dr. Lydia McGrew, Dr. Jonathan McLatchy. He has 3,310 followers, and Jonathan has a number of websites to bring people to Christianity. He debates frequently, and he offers very deep and insightful opinions on the Bible, Christianity, Jesus, reasons to believe. He was on my channel before. Actually, all of these people that I'm naming today have been on my channel with the exception of my church, but the other ones have all been on my channel. So Jonathan McLatchy is a Christian apologist. He's got a great take on the book of Isaiah, for one. He also just has a great take on a lot of different items, and he is very insightful. Another one to recommend, Eric Hernandez. Eric Hernandez has 3,640 followers. And so I recommend also going to Eric Hernandez's channel. He has a really interesting take on the mind versus the brain. And he looks at consciousness and a lot of other factors like that and gives us very good reasons to believe. And Eric Hernandez also has debated quite a few atheists, as many of these people have. And Eric Hernandez has 3,640 followers. So be sure to be 3,641. Yes, Susan says, Eric is the man. It's absolutely true. So really good guy. And Mr. Phil Fox. Mr. Phil Fox has been on my channel. He is a Native American, and he brings the Native American perspective into religion, into apologetics, and into Christianity. And he speaks to why he became a Christian and a lot of those good kind of questions, and Native American perceptions of Christianity and how it might vary slightly. The way that Native Americans practice Christianity, the practices that they have endorsed are more consistent with some of their traditions. And so that's another great one. Yeah, Phil Fox is a beast. And Phil Fox has 3,900 subscribers right now. Another one, Vekl. Vekl has been on my channel a bunch of times, and I always see him on other people's channels. And he's a good guy too. He brings a traditional view on a lot of things. I think he's a Calvinist. So for those of you who are Calvinists, you might enjoy following Vekl. He has interesting takes on Christianity, and he does everything in a very humble and kind way. He's a very humble, kind person. Ancient Egypt and the Bible. Okay. That is Dr. David Falk. David Falk has 4,560 followers right now. His channel's been growing quite a bit lately. He is doing a lot of research on Egypt. He has done a lot because he's an Egyptologist, and the Bible. And he is a scholar. He's going to be on my channel tomorrow. If you don't know that, he's going to be on my channel at 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, talking about his latest book, the Ark of the Covenant in its ancient Egyptian context. So be sure to go to his channel. Now, on his channel, he does a lot of popcorn videos where he'll go review other people's takes, especially on Egypt and ancient Egypt. And he kind of tears them apart. And he does it in an interesting way because he does it by really examining closely exactly what people are saying and comparing it with what he knows to be factual information and the truth. Another one, Santi, Explain International. Santi is pretty good guy. Follow him on Twitter. He is with others in Explain International, and that has 5,570 followers. And they also dig deeply into various aspects of Christianity, Christianity. And be sure to go over there. They do debates sometimes. They review. They speak insightfully on why or why not to follow certain ideas. And so be sure to go over there. And there's also some really interesting interviews there. Next one. It's kind of a new one, actually. I just see her. She's running a channel right now. Oh, no, it must have just ended. She was running it. So the one that is kind of new, I'm going to type this in here because she has been growing quite a bit lately. So the Bread of Life is her name. I'm forgetting her first name. So we're going to see that when I get there. Here she is. I don't know if you guys can see this. Okay, so here we are, the Bread of Life. Let's see what this is about because I want to see. Oh, Rebecca Davis, that's her name. So Rebecca Davis with the Bread of Life. It looks like she just ran a video with Danny, and they were talking about God's failure, God's supposed failure. And the question here, did God fail? Now, she already has 6,140 subscribers, so she is booming. She's getting really close to my cutoff Another one I want to mention, Standing for Truth. That's Donnie, a great guy. Standing for Truth has 7,260 followers. He is a young earth creationist. Yes, you are, Smokey. You're on the list. Absolutely. I already named you. I said, you're my salty one. I'm going in order of how many people you have subscribed to you. And so I wanted to make sure that I just had some reasonable way to order this. And so I have you just between Evidence and Reasons and Women in Apologetics. So yes, absolutely. Standing for Truth, again, young earth creationist. He's got some ideas on that. Most of the other people I've named are not young earth creationists. Most of them are older earth creationists or they're theistic evolutionists. And the last one I want to name after Standing for Truth and is Converse Contender. I don't know how many subscribers Converse has, but I'm pretty sure that he's not past my 7,500 number, or I would not have put him in here. So Converse Contender, very good guy, real low key, humble. A lot of times he does debate moderation for James's channel, Modern Day Debate. And so be sure to go to Converse Contender and subscribe. He's a nice guy. He has really good opinions in Christianity. And so be sure that you do that. And I want to add just a few more accounts that I didn't mention because they have so many followers that I haven't named before. So people like Mike Winger. Mike Winger is pretty great. David Wood, another really good channel that you're definitely going to want to subscribe to. What Do You Meme? Okay. Mike Lacona. So these are just a few. They've also been on my channel. I don't know if Gary Habermas has a channel, but he's got some good information. Dr. Michael Brown certainly is an excellent channel. And a lot of these, again, just have tons of followers. Shamoonian, he has over 50,000 followers. Sam Shamoon. Definitely go over and subscribe to his channel as well. He has been recommending my channel lately, which I'm really excited about. So that has been just a dream. I also listen to people just for fun, like John MacArthur. I listen to J. Warner Wallace. I've listened to Frank Turek. There's a bunch of other really good people out there sharing the good news. And so be sure to go over and subscribe to their channel. Alyssa Childers is another one. Alyssa Childers is she talks a lot about the faults of progressive Christianity. So, it's a Habermas, so he doesn't go on shows much. Okay, I didn't realize that. Yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to wrap it up with some really good Christian channels. Be sure to go to every one of these and be sure to subscribe. And just so I can run through and give you the scene again to make sure that you guys get this, I'm going to share my screen and run through it one more time just so you can see it. Hold on one second. Okay, so here we go. All right. Okay, to give you the rundown. Here it is. Again, Reverend Ron's Revelation Room. 2, Christian Resistance. 3, David McGuire. 4, Daniel Ray's Story of the Cosmos. Then Fishhawk Fellowship Church. Craig Reed TCR. The Cynicogue. Lori B. Morrow, The Spoon-Fed Soul. Evidence and Reason, Sal Cordova. Smoky Saint. There you are, Smokey. Women in Apologetics, Lydia McGrew, Logical, Plausible, Probable, Wolves Do Apologetics, Adherent Apologetics, Jonathan McLatchie, Eric Hernandez, Mr. Phil Fox, Vekl, Ancient Egypt and the Bible, Explain International, Bread of Life, Standing for Truth, and Converse Contender. So thank you. If I missed somebody, I insist that you put the person's name or the channel name that I missed down below. Be sure to comment and include that, which ones I should be recommending, because I will be making more of these videos in years to come. And I want to be sure that I turn your attention to some of the great Christians out there who are spreading the gospel, sharing the good news, interacting with atheists, interacting with non-believers, trying to bring weaker Christians information, trying to bring stronger Christians, unification. So anyway, have a great day. Please like, subscribe, and do come again.